Gary, happy with the point?
Delighted, absolutely delighted, you know. We spoke a lot to the players in the build-up to the game. We knew we were going to be without Stephen and Gary, and we thought it would be a good opportunity to show that we can get results, if you want, without Stephen, maybe more than Gary. And just he tends to get a lot of the headlines, and you know, he's the first one to point out to the players and to the media that he wouldn't get the goals without the players. But I think it's nice for the players to come up to, if you want, the second team in the league and put on such a good performance without two of our most creative players. So big really a lot of credit to the players today. You know, that in terms of without two of our creative players, that could maybe be one of our best results of the season, especially after going 1-0 behind.
Was he having to come from behind, coming back to take?
Yeah, I didn't think there was much in the game in the first half. We had Josh had a shot over the bar. We had a cross that we should have done better when we never. And then we spoke to the players at half time because we got a wee bit of lucky. They hit the post or the bar, and then they missed a chance that they would probably have expected to score. So we tried to say, let's not waste that wee bit of good luck. But I thought the start of the second half, for the first 15 minutes, they were probably the better team. Up for about the first 60 minutes, anything we could improve on would have been our use of the ball. We were in good positions, we worked hard defensively, we got the ball back to go and counter on them, and we gave it straight back. So for the first 60 minutes, I thought our passing wasn't as good as it should have been. And I think at that stage, they probably just edged to go in front. Now, we've been here a lot where we lose a goal and then we lose another one, but the players dug in. We got an equaliser, and I thought for the last 20 minutes, we had the better chances, albeit we needed Alan right at the end to make a really good save. So I think when I analyse the game for the effort and that we put in and the chances we created in the last 20, I think a draw is what we deserved.
Andy Stirling coming off the bench and
he wouldn't have been happy not playing, to be honest. I was still a bit we knew the shape we were going to play, we had worked on that, but I never named the team until half one when we got here, which is unlike me. I played Michael Doyle in a little bit of a strange position, but I just felt coming to Ross County with playing Andy and Adam Frizzell in the same team would have been maybe just a little bit too attacking. I thought we had to try and find our way in the game first and then maybe bring it. Well, we were always got to bring Andy on, and he done what you should do when you're a sub. He came on, and basically, if you want, stuck two fingers up at me and says I shouldn't have been dropped, and that's what you've got to do when you're left out the team. But Andy, I'll speak to him during the week about there was other reasons apart from wanting to play a more defensive player there, and I'll speak to Andy face to face and explain my reasons behind it. Some you get right, some you got wrong. I thought Michael was good today. He played in two. He played sort of right wing, right midfield, centre midfield. So we needed his versatility, and he done well in a lot of strange positions for him.
It was a real kind of team performance this afternoon.
Yeah, that was a real. I thought there was a real togetherness when we spoke in the game before, just before we went out. I felt it. I think the players wanted to get a result for Stephen and Gary. I think they wanted to get a result to show that we could get a result without Stephen and Gary. And I think we knew that if we could get a point, at least we were going to probably go into the top four. And we've done that, and for the club to be in the top four in this, what is it, the second week in December, I think everybody deserves a lot of praise.
Steve, we knew sort of Stephen with his hamstring, but what's the problem with Gary?
Gary, it's his hamstring as well, but we think it's nerve related, so at this moment in time, you know, it's similar to the problem he had previously, so we have to just wait. I've no idea if he'll be fit for Saturday, I've no idea if he'll be fit for the middle of January. We just have to wait and see how it settles down. If this was the last game of the season, could I have really pushed Gary Harkins to play? Potentially, yes. But I'm looking longer term. If Stephen's got to be out for a period of time and Gary then becomes out for a period of time, it takes away a lot of our creative and it leaves our squad very thin. So I took an educated decision to leave him out, hoping that he'll be back for next week. Whether he will be or not, we don't know, but at least we're not playing today. It's given him a bit of time to recover.
That's 2 games against Ross County now and 2 draws.
I don't think there's a lot between the teams. You know, not Ross County themselves had 4 or 5 missing today, so you know, I'm really happy. I'm just really happy for the players. I think it shows how hard we work. They're a super group of players. I think that's 16 games we've played this season, and if you, in the league, and if you go into the last 3 games of last season, 19, we've only lost 4. So that's good consistency for Queen of the South, you know what I mean? To only be losing 4 league games out of 19, 20, when you think about the teams that we're facing with the budgets and that they've got, the size of the squads, I think the players that have been involved in all the games deserve a lot of praise.
Dunfermline are up next. They had a bad result today.
I don't really know I don't even know the results. Eddie just said to me we were in the top 4, so I took it. I didn't really know the Dunfermline, but now Dunfermline, we're aware they will feel that they need to start picking up points, or they've got to become detached. We've done better against them at East End Park than we have at home. I think a lot of the games have been draws at home, and I think they beat us once on the last game of the season. But it's another game, as I say, trying to put distance between the teams. I don't know, what are we, 6 in front of Dunfermline now if they got beat? We can go into the game next week knowing if we can win, we can go 9 in front of a club the size of Dunfermline. So a lot for us to play for, a lot for them to play for. But the players, they've got their Christmas party, and I've just told them to go and switch off for a couple of days. They deserve it. And for me and Dougie, we couldn't have asked any more of them. I think Dougie actually says to them today, before the game, if you can get a result up here today, any shot, it could be one of the best in our time at Queen of the South, and that's how big a result we felt it was.
Did you touch there about trying to open that gap over Dunfermline? You did that against Thistle and stuff, and is it teams like Dunfermline that you really want to be putting?
But just now, if you look at the table, you would say that Ayr, the Dundee United one,
I'm not sure about that.
Ayr, Ross County, and a lot, possibly Dundee United to a lesser extent, they seem to have a big gap on us, and we're going to try and work our hardest to close that gap. But as it stands just now, there's a lot of teams probably eyeing that 4th place, and we're one of them. So we want to try and keep winning games to try and close on the teams above us, and if we can do that, we'll open up a bigger gap against the teams that you've mentioned, like your Falkirk, your Partick Thistle and your Dunfermline. So as long as you're winning games, it wins both ways. You get closer to teams above you and further away for the teams below you. As I say, the game's as simple as that next week. Dunfermline win, they go to 3 points, we win, it's 9. And that'll probably be the motivation for both managers.